Happy Monday! Today we're going to talk about adjectives and how we use adjectives to compare our nouns. But before we go ahead and get started talking about that, we're going to go ahead and review what we talked about last week about nouns, simple sentences, and adjectives. So if you take a look at your screen, we talked about how a noun is a part of speech that names a person, a place, or a thing. On the side, here we have some examples. Man, briefcase, sidewalk, apartment, woman. Those are all either a person, a place, or a thing. We went ahead and took some of these these nouns and put them into sentences to create simple sentence. And remember that a simple sentence is one that has a subject, that has your noun in it, and a predicate, which is where your verb is. I ran on the sidewalk. I is a subject, ran is the predicate, and then we have sidewalk as another noun. The dog chased the ball, so we have dog and ball. This is a simple sentence because it has the dog as the subject and chased the ball as a predicate. Notice they also have a complete thought, so you're not really left wondering, what? It seems like something's missing from this sentence. The last sentence, I put flowers in a vase. I is the subject. Put flowers in a vase is the predicate. That's the action of what's happening. And then I am the one that's doing it, so I am that noun. Flowers, vase, those are our nouns. So then we took some of these simple sentences and we talked about adjectives. And an adjective is the word that describes or it gives more information about those nouns. So sometimes you can have a really nice, simple sentence, but maybe it doesn't give you like a really clear idea in your head of what things look like. And that's how we talked about this sentence with this pooch. The pudgy pooch quickly devoured the greasy bacon. So it's not just a dog eating food. We have a pudgy pooch who is devouring greasy bacon. On the side of this list, we also have some other adjectives that could be used. Maybe not in this sentence, but just in general. So green, always if you're describing a noun with a color, that color would be the adjective. So green, tiny, so we're talking about size, so color and size. Many, so we're talking about the amount. Beautiful, how it looks, shiny, spotted. So those are all words that describe the noun. So we took some of these adjectives and we put them into our simple sentences so that we could get a clearer picture of maybe what these sentences were trying to say. So I ran on the cracked sidewalk. Well, that describes that sidewalk, right? That noun, that subject, or that noun is being described as being cracked. And then we talked about, let me move myself out of here. We talked about how in the second sentence, originally the sentence just said the dog chased the ball. And we changed it to the fluffy brown dog chased the big red bouncy ball. That gives you a totally different picture in your head of what is really happening and what the writer is trying to tell you. And then our last sentence, I put big yellow flowers in a polka dot vase. Well, that gives you a way better picture. So today what we're going to talk about is what happens when you use adjectives to compare your nouns. So maybe you have more than one noun or more than one noun that you're comparing. So if we take a look at this page, this is page 170 in your My View book. And I went ahead and I just inserted this in so we could talk about it a little bit together because I think you guys are probably going to be fine, but I wanted to run through it with you together. So we already know that an adjective describes a noun, and a descriptive adjective is one that tells you specifically how it looks or feels or tastes or smells. And if you take a look at our chart that we have here, we have a couple simple sentences, and they've pointed out the adjective. So they highlighted the adjective in blue, and then they also told you what noun they were really describing. So the little bird flew toward the cactus. Well, little tells me the size. So there is my adjective, and they wrote it right here in the box for you. But what is little? We're right, the bird. The bird is little, and that's why they put this right here. The noun is bird. So we're talking about the little bird. In the next sentence, my brother listens to noisy music. Huh. My brother, so that's not an adjective. Listens, ooh, that's the verb. That's what they're doing. What are they listening to? Ooh, noisy music. Noisy is my adjective because it's telling me what kind of music. Okay. I sink my toes into the hot sand. Ooh, hot. Hot tells me what it feels like. Okay, so hot is the feel. That's my adjective. And what is it describing? The sand. We ate sweet watermelon for dessert. So sweet is what it's is the adjective because it's being described as something. And what is sweet? The watermelon. So when we use noun or adjectives to compare our nouns, if we have two things, just two, that we're comparing, usually what we do is just add er. And one of the easiest ways to describe this and give you an example and show you is if you're talking about people being tall. So if you're saying that one person is maybe taller than the other, you're going to use er to describe that. So if I have two people, so maybe Bob is taller than Sam, we're just using er because you're only using two, and we call that a comparative adjective. If you're only comparing two people, you add er to your adjective. But if you have more than two, so maybe a group, then you actually would add est. Now this would be if there was nobody else in your class that was taller than you wouldn't say, I taller than, or let's see, how could you say that? The right way to say it would be est. I am the tallest in the class. You wouldn't say, I am the taller of the class in the class. You would say, I am the tallest. So er, if it's just two people you're comparing. est goes on the end of your adjective if you're comparing three or more. So here's a trick. If you can't remember, maybe you're not sure if it sounds right when you say it. A lot of times I know that you'll say it and you'll know right away which one is supposed to be the one. But if you're just comparing two, use er, and it's e and r, two letters. If you're comparing three or more, then you would say est. There's three letters. Okay, so maybe that'll help give you a little trick to remember. And if we look through this example on the bottom, Raul is taller than Ben. James is the tallest student in class. It wouldn't sound right if we said Raul is tallest than Ben. That just kind of sounds like it's not right. James is the taller student in his class. Well, that doesn't sound right either. We know that there's more than two kids in a class, so that would be three or more, est. And we know if it's just Raul and Ben, that's two that we're comparing, e and r. So er for two, est for three or more. Okay, so what I want you to do is go ahead and finish the bottom. I didn't take a picture of it on this, but in your My View book on page 170, there's a little paragraph at the bottom. You're going to go ahead and pick your own adjectives to finish those sentences, and then you're going to say whether or not it's a comparative adjective, meaning two, or if it's a superlative adjective, which means there's three or more that you're comparing. Two or more is er, we call that comparative. Three or more uses est, and that's called superlative. Okay, have fun coming up with your noun or your adjectives.